Saying the internet is a strange place is like saying forks are in the kitchen. On the base level, this is how many, like myself, think of it. But it's what's inside that strange place that makes you keep coming back for more. Whether it be inquisitiveness or accidental, many can find rabbit holes to throw themselves into. Stories that just seem to never end. And today, that's exactly what we've got. The current working title for this research project is Discrepancy. Most of my free time when I'm not studying or working is spent solely on archival of very obscure pieces of internet history. One example of this is my growing collection of webcam stills from 90s hosted websites. It's pretty much just a precursor to what EarthCam would eventually become, but it's still cool to have all of those on record. And then another example is today's subject. In early December of 2024, I began a search on the Internet Archive, a great source by the way, to start locating files from a now defunct forum website called Our Bulletin Board. This specific forum ran from 1999 to 2007. It was not a popular web form, however it maintained a well-figured audience during its 8-year run. So naturally, due to its ranking in that sense, not many snapshots exist. The ones that do, however, present a very fascinating picture, one of a tight-knit community that was somehow only discovered through people's own personal websites. This was commonplace back in the day, to show off your favourite pages. Anyway, Our Bulletin Board was a place to talk about really anything, and at its peak in 2004, it had 5,000 monthly users. So the search began on this page. One snapshot from 2005 had my full attention, as the person responsible for capturing the page also made the decision to archive forum posts on the popular page too. So I began the scroll, finding some absolute relics of the internet's past. And then this. July 21st, 2005, 9:47am, posted by Adam Show 82. Was just wondering what this was all about. I had a friend's 21st today that I am going to. I was getting ready to format the memory stick when I noticed this photo on the stick that I have no recollection of taking. It doesn't look like anywhere I've been, and it's been freaking me out. Anyone have any ideas? 11:46am from PS Chem. Does the photo have a time and date on it? Might help narrowing it down a little bit. Maybe you just forgot. July 22nd, 8:23am from Adam. Yes it does, but it's all wonked out. It says I took it yesterday at 2 in the morning, which is impossible because I was asleep by then. The photo is in some field during the daytime. Maybe a friend took it ages ago and it bugged out on the settings? Not sure though. 12:29 from Chem. Really odd. Could you send it somehow? 4:32 from Adam. I can try tomorrow. I'm not very educated with sharing photos on the internet though. July 23rd, 1:07pm from Adam. Okay, try this. This is a thumbnail version of Adam's photograph. What's disappointing is that we probably had a higher quality version of this floating around on the web when it was posted. See, it was embedded using the now defunct Yahoo Photos, a site dedicated for Yahoo users specifically to upload and share photos. This website was discontinued in 2007, however, meaning if Adam hadn't moved his photos over to another photo sharing site, like PhotoBucket or Flickr, the chances of it surviving was 0 to none. So using the thumbnail version of this photo, we can see it's pretty much word for word accurate to what Adam was describing, some kind of field during the daytime. You're probably thinking to yourself, that's it? Camera errors occur all the time. Why is this significant? The truth is, with just this post alone, you're right. It is quite underwhelming. What doesn't make it underwhelming though, is what happened 4 months after my initial discovery. So a few months later, March 2025, I was doing something I generally never do. Scroll through Reddit. I'd somehow stumbled my way onto r/no-sleep. Don't recommend it if you're still up at 1am by the way. But anyway, as I was scrolling through, once again, something caught my eye. October 2024, posted by 4 Course Meals. Photo I did not take is same location as another user. I've held onto this for about 7 years now, as I've never been able to explain it. But the other day, I saw this post on this subreddit, and it shocked me because it is the exact same situation as mine. So in September of 2017, I had this photo appear on my phone one day. I found it more or less unusual, as I have never been to this spot before, and the time and date presented were completely messed up. I've also linked the info from this photo provided by Google Photos. Didn't think too much of it, and now, after 7 years, I see the aforementioned post. Wow, that was a shocker. From their post, it looks to be the exact same location as my photo. Now, this is effing weird. I don't even understand how something like this happens. It seems that user archival also has no idea what happened in his circumstances. All I know is that now, there's 2 separate photos of the same location, 7 years apart. Explain that one. Looking at the photo provided by 4 Course Meals, we can see it's pretty much a close resemblance to Adam's photo from 12 years prior. But if you really want it solidified that something weird is going on here, do no else but go to the link that 4 Course Meals provided. A Reddit post that had convinced him to post his own. October 2024, posted by user archival. Photo on my camera, I did not take it. I'm not really sure how to phrase this, as it's quite simply bizarre. I was looking through my card and transferring everything over to my drive when I noticed a set of 3 photos that I had never taken. The EXIF data is no help either. Says the photos were taken at 5:55 this morning. I keep the camera in a safe spot and I don't let anyone else use it. I feel I recognize the place, but seriously have no idea where from. Any help would be great. This is the same place. If we look at these 2 trees, we can see it's in the same field and even at the same vantage point. So now, I suppose the question is, how? How can 3 separate individuals, spanning over 19 years, manage to get a photo of the same location that they did not take? It's too strange to be real, but it's too complex to be a hoax. Simply, something is not right here. When we catch up next time, let it be known, shit will hit the fan. Because if one person experiences something, the chances of somebody else having experienced the same thing is never nil.